Okay, what's up, dudes? Welcome back to Duties Daggers. We got a unboxing today, a little tiny package, and a larger package with a knife in it. This is not a knife related. So let's get into it. First of all, please subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, it's a cool channel. I think you'll be glad you did. And Instagram is duties_daggers. We're almost to actually 1,000 followers on there. Once we get to 1,000, we're going to do an Instagram giveaway, which I've never done before on Instagram. We've done channel giveaways, but I think 1,000 followers on Instagram is worthy of a giveaway, so we'll do that. Yeah, and let's get into it. Please like the video as well. Now, I think I know what this is. Yes, okay. This is a beautiful, oh yeah, that's nice, Tymascus bead from AliExpress. Ooh yeah, that's really pretty. So, it was made known to me by Beard of Doom, another YouTube channel, that you can buy these Tymascus beads from AliExpress from overseas. It's kind of interesting for, I always thought that AliExpress was just somewhere where you bought clones, clones of knives. It never occurred to me that you could buy other things besides clones on there. I don't know why, but it never crossed my mind to look for beads on there. So I think this was like $13, something like that. Possibly even a little bit less. There was a bunch of different versions. Some were a little cheaper than others, and so I decided to get one and see how it was. And yeah, I'm really happy with this. I think I'm gonna put it on my my McBee since it already has some Tymascus. Just go super bougie with it. Why not? Get some maybe some paracord or something. Put that bead right on there. Yeah. That's going to be sweet. I'll put a link for them down below if you guys are interested in these. Like I said, there was a few different patterns. There was one that was just, smooth without any grooves in it. There were a couple different ones. Sweet. So thanks, Doom, for turning me on to those. And let's check out the knife. This is another Kubi. I've been on a Kubi kick recently. Let me get out all my Kubis really quick. Let's see here. Actually, I don't have one of them, but I have two of them. All right, I think I'm missing one, but or maybe two actually. I might be missing two, but anyways, these are two Kubis that I bought recently. This is the Kubi KU074. Really nice, high polished bevel. The blade kind of reminds me of one of the Sheepsfoot XM18s. Just really nice choke up spot. Comfortable, very comfortable handle except for the clip. It's kind of up, so it's not that comfortable. But other than that, I love the knife. Very, very smooth. It just needs an opening hole that would make it perfect. And then the Kois, which I've owned before, gave it away and decided to get another one because it just really is very good. Very snappy reverse flicker. Really, really thin, slicey, pointy blade. And, of course, the Kubi Momentum is it's my favorite Kubi to date. That's not here right now, but yeah, I own one and I love it. I'm actually in the process of making some aluminum scales for it, so that's why it's not here. It's in my garage. But this is another Kubi that I've had my eye on for a little while, and I've just been really impressed with all the Kubis I've got recently, so I decided to grab one. It is the Kubi Royal. All right, I've heard a lot about this knife. This is a Colin Mason Pierre design. I believe that's how you say his last name. One of the designers behind Devo Knives. Him and Kev over at Lefty EDC are co-owners of Devo Knives. Colin's done a lot of other designs. I don't want to say a lot. Definitely a good amount of other designs before they created Devo Knives. This is one of them. Let's try it out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Definitely a pretty good detent. The jimping around the top of the front flipper is actually a little sharp. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Yeah, it's actually a little sharp right there. You can see it wraps around, and there's this one jimp right there that has like a sharp edge on it. I think I could just file that off. I think it's a little burr or something. I don't think it's the actual jimping. But, okay, yeah. Really nice front flipper. Detent feels good. Ergonomically good. Little flat spot there if you want to choke up. It's a bead blasted blade, which, not the biggest fan of, but whatever. Inset liners. There you can see Colin's logo right there, CM Designs. Clip is, it's okay. I don't love the look of that clip, but I'm sure it'll function just fine. Same one that's on the Coas here. Not inset, but we got flat-headed screws. This really is some grippy jimping. I like that. D2 blade steel. I think it'll break in. It's not that drop shut right now. A couple shakes and it goes down fine. Let's see. Yep. Do the wrap around. Do the side finger. Good lock bar access. This knife was, I think, around... I mean, this one in D2, I think they make them in different blade steels, but I think this D2 one was only like 35, maybe 40 bucks. So for that amount of money, I am perfectly happy with this. Yeah, the reverse flick's good, man. Is it as good as the Coas, though? No, it's not as good as the Coas. This is the best reverse flicking Kubi I've ever tried. It's so snappy, man. This one is snappy, but just not quite as snappy. That Coas is just amazing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like this. The front flipper really is very easy to use. The jimping really grabs your finger. Let's see if I can do it lefty. Oh yeah. Almost get a little bit of a metallic noise. No, I did for a second. Cool. Centering is... It might be off to the right slightly, but it's pretty good. Lockup is totally solid. Let me try to loosen up that pivot a little bit. See if we can't get a little more falsetty action. Once in a while, the pivot might be over tightened, you know. Just see what we can do here. Okay, no blade placed. There we go. That's a lot better. Still no blade play. Let me go a little further. Just slightly. Oh yeah. There we go. Now there's very slight blade play now, so I'm going to go back tight just a tad. No blade play. Oh yeah. Alright. Sweet. Always check your pivots, folks. Sometimes they are over-tightened a little bit, and you can get better action with still not adding any blade play. I only learned that recently. Sweet. Doesn't feel super duper thin behind the edge, but it's not bad. Let's measure it, actually. Just out of curiosity. Let's measure all these Kubis, actually. Why not? I don't think I've measured them yet. Let's see. We'll just do one right in the middle. That way you speed things up. In the middle, we've got 19 thousandths. Okay. That's on the thicker side, but still fine. Coeus is 16 thousandths. So we're getting thinner. And then the 074, we are going up back to 20 thousandths. Yeah, 20 thousandths. So all acceptably thin, absolutely. I usually say, 12 thousandths is on the very thin side, and then 20 is kind of like, I would say, getting close to the maximum, what I would think as a slicey blade for an EDC knife. Over 20, yeah, it's, still fine most of the time, but you're getting into thicker geometry at that point, at least to me. So that's fine. That's perfectly fine. What was this one again? I already forgot. Was it 19, I think? Now it says 20. Yeah, it's 19 or 20. So yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Action. And I think it'll break in even more. But yeah, we're action is good now. Centering is the same. Sweet. Another pretty good Kubi, man. Yeah, by the way, the Coeus is not drop shut. I've had two of these now, and neither of them were. I think it's just the nature of the knife, Some just aren't. This is a very light blade, though. You can see how crazy thin it gets at the tip. This is a really cool one. The last Coeus I owned, I enlarged the sharpening choil to make a choke-up spot, and I really, really loved it. So I think I'm going to do that again on this one. And since it's D2, it's going to etch really well in the acid. So I think I'm going to acid wash this blade, enlarge the finger choil, and I think it's going to look really, really badass. Yeah. I actually should have got the jade one. That way I could have dyed the handles as well, but that's all right. Yeah. And this one, man, I just need to get some carbide bits, and I really want to put a hole right here, or even a slot if I can. Because look, there's enough space, easily enough space there for one. And it would be so nice to just, boom, It's got a good detent. I can already tell it would be a really good reverse flicker. And look at the action, man. Jeez. Jeez Louise. You got the really comfy choke-up spot. This is a lesser-known Kubi. And I'm not sure why. It's really badass, man. You got that high-polished bevel. The clip is really the only downside. Since it's up towards the top of the handle, you really do feel it. It's definitely a hot spot. So I'm not sure how I could fix that. I don't think there's really a way to do that unless I somehow tapped another hole and brought it down. But it's kind of sitting up on a little shelf because of this texture or contouring on the handle. It has to sit on its own little flat area. See right there? So that would be difficult to move down. I don't know. I might try rounding this edge a little bit, maybe. That could help a little bit, but it's always going to be a little bit of a hot spot. But I can get past that. In fact, I like the knife enough to not really care too much about it. And if it had a hole, I would just like it that much better. So, Kubi, man. They're just, none of these are new Kubis, so it's not news that they make good knives. But I'm just realizing more and more recently that they make really good knives, man. Their detents are usually always just super dialed in. Action is usually really, really good. The momentum, which I don't have here, it's still the best Kubi in my opinion. The front flipper is just insanely easy to operate. Ergos are amazing. D10 is great. You got the thumb studs and the front flipper. It's a bigger knife. You know, it's really, really good. And that one you can get for $35 for the D2 one. The OS 10 one I think is 45. So yeah, Kubi, man. You know, I wish they would step up their game a little bit and maybe start using some micarta. Wouldn't that be cool if they could start using some nice micarta like Kaiser has? That would be awesome. Maybe start using some more 14C28N, you know? Maybe some 154CM in there. I know they have their premium models, but it'd be cool to see some kind of like middle of the road knives. You know, in the, you know, $65, $75 range, and have some nice micarta and 154CM. That would be sweet, dude. They totally could do it. You know, they've shown us that they can make good knives. Even just judging by their OEM work, you know. So there's the Kubi Royal. I'm liking it, and I'm also reminded. I don't have my mash here now because I lent it to a buddy. But this cutout right here, the mash has that same cutout, I believe. At least one of the prototypes did. I wish I could look at it right now and remember, or and look at it, but I'm pretty sure it has this exact cutout. So that's not a copy because Colin designed both of them. So right on. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Please like the video before you head out. I'd appreciate it. Whoa, I almost choked. And I'll see you in the next video. Later. Peace and love, dudes.